Okay, so South Africa's digital marketplace is just blowing up right now. It's creating this incredible wave of opportunity, but you have to wonder, in this new digital gold rush, are the local entrepreneurs actually ready to stake their claim? Today, we're going to dig into the story of a homegrown challenger that was built to answer that exact question. So just how big is this opportunity we're talking about? Well, the numbers, they might just shock you.
So let's talk numbers. What's the prize here? We're talking about 225 billion rand. That's not a typo, that's the projected value of South Africa's e-commerce market by 2027. It's a massive, massive figure that signals a huge shift in how the entire country buys and sells.
But it's not just the size of the number that's wild, it's the speed. I mean, look at this. The market was already at 71 billion rand in 2023, which was a big deal. But to jump to 225 billion in just 4 years, that's not just growth, that's a rocket ship. It's a complete reinvention of the retail landscape. So what's fueling this fire? Well, the foundations are rock solid. You've got a country where over 74% of people are on the internet and more than 80% have a smartphone in their pocket. And here's the kicker. They are a mobile-first nation. A huge 80% of online shoppers are doing it on their phones. And with WhatsApp being used by basically everyone, the whole system is just perfectly set up for mobile commerce. All right, so you've got this massive, massive opportunity. But there's a catch, a big one. Despite all this potential, a huge part of the economy is really struggling to get a piece of the action. Let's take a look at why millions of local entrepreneurs are getting left in the dust. Let's talk about who really powers South Africa's economy. It's not the giant corporations, it's the small guys, the micro, small, and medium enterprises, or MSMEs, and we're talking about 3 million of them. These aren't just statistics. These are the creators, the makers, the community hubs that provide up to 80% of the country's formal jobs. And here's where things get tricky. A huge chunk of these businesses, we're talking 72%, operate informally. Now, what does that actually mean? It means they're often off the grid, which makes it incredibly difficult to get things like traditional bank accounts, credit, and yeah, you guessed it, complex e-commerce software. And this is where you can really see the problem, right? On one side, you have the big global giants. They're powerful, sure, but they're often priced in US dollars, they can be super complicated for a beginner, and they don't really support all the unique ways South Africans pay for things, like instant EFT or SnapScan. But on the other side, you've got what local sellers actually need: affordable prices in rand, a dead simple way to run their store from their phone, and all the local payment options their customers already use. So you have this massive gap in the market just sitting there. And of course, someone's going to step up to fill it. A new player has entered the game, one that was designed from the ground up, not just for South Africa, but for the very entrepreneurs we've been talking about. And this quote just nails it perfectly. It's not about trying to reinvent the wheel. It's about taking a proven idea and re-engineering it for the local reality, adding the smarts and the simplicity that South African small businesses have been crying out for. So what is Partify exactly? Well, at its core, it's an AI-first, mobile-friendly store builder. But let's break that down. The AI-first part is about making it smart. The mobile-friendly part is about meeting users where they are. And the whole point of it is to kill the technical headaches, letting anyone launch a professional-looking online store. And when they say no complexity, they really mean it. The whole promise is that you can have a store up and running in minutes. You sign up, no credit card needed, you customize it with a simple no-code builder, and then you just start selling. This directly attacks that huge barrier to entry we talked about earlier. Okay, let's be real for a second. How on earth does a local startup go up against these global behemoths? Well, it turns out they've got a few tricks up their sleeve. They're secret weapons, you could say. Weapon number one is AI. But this isn't just some tech buzzword. Think about what this actually does. It's like giving a small business owner their own personal marketing assistant right in their pocket. Instead of stressing about writing product descriptions, the AI does it. Instead of getting lost in spreadsheets, you can literally just ask your store, hey, what do I need to reorder? It turns complicated data into simple, straight answers. And hey, remember that stat? That 80% of shoppers are on their phones? Well, Partify is built from the ground up for that reality. It's what's called a progressive web app, which basically means it feels like a slick app and even works when you're offline, but you don't have to download it from an app store. You can run your entire business from your phone, which is absolutely essential for an entrepreneur who's always on the move. Now, this next one, this might just be the killer feature. It's all about being hyperlocal. Partify comes ready to go with all the payment methods South Africans actually use: PayFast, Ozow, all of them. It knows that a ton of business happens on social media, so it plugs right into WhatsApp and Instagram. And it even handles the local data privacy laws for you, so you don't have to worry about it.
So you've got the tech, you've got the local know-how, but a great product is nothing without a smart game plan. And Partify's strategy is all about being accessible and having a clear step-by-step plan for growth.
And that game plan starts right here, with the price. Or the lack of a price. That free tier is an absolute game changer. It means a seller with zero startup cash can get online and start making money without spending a single rand. It's a brilliant way to get thousands of new sellers in the door who can then upgrade as their businesses take off.
And this isn't some hope for the best dream. They've got a very clear roadmap. They're starting with a pilot launch in late 2025. Then they're planning to scale up fast, aiming for over 1,000 customers by the middle of 2026. From there, it's all about expansion. It's a calculated plan to win the local market, one entrepreneur at a time.
And all of this brings us right back to the beginning, to that massive 225 billion rand question that's going to shape the future of South Africa's digital world. Now, we have to be honest here. The competition is intense. We're not talking about small players. You've got Shopify, which is already a huge name, and now Amazon has officially launched its marketplace in South Africa. These are some of the biggest, richest companies in the world. The battlefield is ready, and the giants are already on it. So that's the big question we're left with, right? In a world of giants, can a super-focused, hyper-local player that's built from the ground up for its community actually win? Can it claim a piece of that massive 225 billion rand prize? It's a fascinating question. And the answer? Well, that's going to tell us a whole lot about the future of tech, not just in South Africa, but everywhere.